Good evening and thank you for joining us. Ontario has set an ambitious new housing target for Thunder Bay that's tied to a new funding stream and to the strong mayor powers that have been introduced by the Ford government.
Thunder Bay has been tasked with building 2,200 new housing units by 2031. And while the city isn't currently on pace to meet that target, Mayor Ken Boshcoff is optimistic it can be achieved. Vasilios Bellos is following the story and joins us live in studio with the details. Vasilios.
Thanks, Ryan. Thunder Bay saw just 155 housing starts last year, well off the pace to meet the 2,200 unit threshold. But there is some leniency from the province. Even municipalities that reach 80% of their target are eligible to get a portion of that funding. Thunder Bay is now in a race to build more housing units, a requirement to receive some newly announced provincial funding.
3-year, $1.2 billion program that will reward municipalities for reaching annual housing targets.
On Monday, during the annual Association of Municipalities of Ontario conference, Premier Doug Ford announced the Building Faster Fund for municipalities that hit certain building goals. Thunder Bay has been tasked with building 2,200 new housing units by 2031. Mayor Ken Boshcoff believes that's doable, but the city only saw 155 housing starts last year, well off the required pace. There is some leniency as to receive a share of the $1.2 billion in funding over those 3 years. Municipalities only need to achieve 80% of their targets.
He has room to expand.
Boshcoff believes hitting the goal is crucial due to the current housing shortage. He feels the municipality is prepared for the work ahead.
That we have good planning, we have good engineering. Our city has room to expand. So from all those points, we're at a distinct advantage.
We need that youth housing, we need university housing, we need the executive homes.
City councillor and real estate agent Rajni Agarwal notes there's a lack of all types of housing in the city. Agarwal is confident that eliminating the red tape for developers can help address these needs.
I don't know what we have, and if they go, oh, that's a place, it's got lots of roadblocks, they're not going to build. They say that's a place that works with you, they're going to come here and build, and we will fulfill the housing needs from the unhoused to the executive home.
The housing pledge goes beyond just the funding. If the city commits in writing by October 15th, Thunder Bay will be granted the strong mayor powers, which allow mayors to pass housing-related bylaws with support from just 1/3 of councillors, as opposed to the majority. That system has garnered some criticism across the province, but Boshcoff believes most people are now on board.
The 2/3 safety valve, so all the checks and balances are there. So if anybody now who's taking pokes at it, pretty much that argument is deflated.
Strong mayor powers would also allow Boshcoff to veto bylaws he believes would affect provincial priorities, including housing. Vasilios Bellos, TBT News.
A Southern Ontario man wanted for attempted murder in the GTA has been arrested here in the Thunder Bay area. The major police takedown happened last night on Highway 1117, just outside the Shunya landfill. Officers were seen at the entrance of the landfill with weapons drawn, and a canine unit was also brought in. It was in connection with an incident in Mississauga on Saturday, where a man was shot in the chest, causing serious but non-life-threatening injuries. It's unclear why the accused was in the Northwest, but Peel Regional Police called on the OPP for assistance. OPP then requested help from Thunder Bay Police to aid in the arrest of the 23-year-old suspect from Brampton. He's facing numerous charges, including attempted murder with a firearm and other weapons offenses.
A fire ignited on the James Street swing bridge this afternoon, but fortunately this one was much less serious than the blaze that damaged the bridge back in 2013. The flames broke out sometime after 2 o'clock. Thunder Bay Fire Rescue arrived and closed the bridge briefly to get the fire under control, and traffic was backed up on James Street on both sides. The fire, which sparked on the south side of the bridge, was described as minor by a fire captain on scene. The bridge's northbound lane reopened to traffic around 3 o'clock.
The Township of Ignace's council and interim mayor have sent out a stern warning to the community, denouncing incidents of harassment that have allegedly targeted municipal politicians and staff. Ignace recently went through a period in which infighting plagued the Township Council and office, resulting in the resignation of former Mayor Bill Gascon and a councillor. Following the resignations, Council made a decision to appoint Kim Bagri as the interim mayor. According to Bagri, tensions in the community have yet to subside, and a statement issued by Council relating to cyberbullying was released after hostilities spread beyond social media. Bagri says it accumulated in a series of criminal acts that went so far as to target her home.
They broke into my house. They put, I got a brand new vehicle. They put a foot-long scratch in my vehicle. If you have a problem, it doesn't matter with an employee, it doesn't matter with anyone on council, you need to bring it to the mayor and council.
Bagri emphasized Council's willingness to address grievances from residents and encourages those with concerns to express them directly to Council rather than on social media.
Ontario's Catholic teachers are planning to join other teachers' unions in holding a strike vote this fall.
You know, it's a shame because this is the time of year teachers get really excited. They're prepping their classes. Parents are getting backpacks ready and that's normally what we'd be doing. But we started over a year ago, and over the course of over 400 days, the ministry has averaged 2 days a month that they were able to make themselves available for bargaining, which is not a structure for success. And so our members are extremely frustrated because at the table we've made very little progress, and it doesn't seem like the government has made this a priority.
The Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association is set to hold a province-wide strike vote October 18th and 19th. The union says the Ford government has failed to demonstrate a real interest in meaningful discussions. This comes just a week after the elementary and secondary teachers' unions announced their intention to hold a strike vote.
Workers at Ontario's public broadcaster have been walking the picket line again today.
For the first time in TVO's 53-year history, we're walking off the job, which none of us wanted to do. We would have been happy with an arbitrated settlement, but the government would decline that offer and seemed like that they weren't really interested in negotiating with us.
The union that represents journalists, producers, and education workers at TVO went on strike Monday after failing to reach a deal with the employer. The Canadian Media Guild says the main issues are wages and job security.
Evergreen, a United neighborhood, is celebrating 10 years at its headquarters on Heron Street.
The Evergreen House provides recreation programs and meals for underprivileged children in that neighborhood. And to celebrate the milestone, the group held an open house yesterday evening. Jonathan Wilson has the story.
Evergreen, a United neighborhood, started out 17 years ago as a community improvement project. It was originally focused just on recreational activities like arts and crafts for the vulnerable children and youth in the Ogden East End area. And then, just over a decade ago, the city donated this building on Heron Street to the group.
We are celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Evergreen House. 10 years ago, 3 students and I got donated furniture and carried it in, and we started doing programs that week, so it's very heartwarming. We got old kids, new kids, the next generation. We're having a barbecue, we're doing tie-dye.
We made this t-shirt today for it, and this is what mine turned out to be like. Because we did tie-dye, and it was fun, and I bleached it because it was a bleach, and it's all bleached.
This open house was aimed at welcoming past and present Evergreen members for a barbecue, games, and other activities. Bruin says it was like a mini reunion, as she's seen all these faces grow up over the years, with many of them going on to have successful lives and careers after Evergreen.
It's like a home away from home to me. I've been coming here for 10 years. Linda's like a second mother to me. I've grown up in this neighborhood, and it's great to see it still going on, you know.
This place means, Linda, she's always been here helping with the kids around the neighborhood, and I wanted to bring them because I came here growing up, and the support and being around other kids helps out with my daughter too.
I like how it's a program that has been going on since Linda started here. I've been going here. I haven't been going here that much because we don't really walk this far. And Linda has been knowing me since I was 2 years old.
Evergreen has been struggling to survive financially in recent years, and Bruins has been asking City Council for financial support. She says some of the kids have been giving her loonies to help support the cause.
Through the years, there's always challenges. We have new challenges today, so we just try to help our community members that are here. There's really great people that live in this neighborhood, and we're just here to support them the best way we can.
Bruin says their big focus now is on food security, and she estimates they provide around 200 meals per week for children in the neighborhood. Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.
Meanwhile, the District Health Unit is also promoting healthy lifestyles for kids in the Ogden area and 3 other parts of the city. The Healthy Kids Home program hosted a community barbecue this afternoon to celebrate the latest funding from the Public Health Agency of Canada. The program had previously received a 3-year grant from the federal agency. That funding was recently extended for a 4th year until 2025, bringing the total investment to nearly $1.6 million. The HOME program stands for Health on the Move for Equity and is delivered in the Ogden, Windsor Street, Academy Heights, and Westport neighborhoods. Federal MP Marcus Pawlowski and the program coordinator both say children in those areas need a little extra help to develop healthy habits for the rest of their lives.
We do the typical playgroups and community kitchens for both adults and kids, but one of the exciting programs that we've started this summer is called I Love To, and it's modeled after a City of Ottawa program. So it's basically a program that allows kids access to recreation-based programs that they might not be able to access. For instance, I love to Zumba, I love to box.
It is really important when kids are young to get them into a healthy lifestyle. And that's really what they're encouraging them to do. And I think they've rightly picked certain parts of town which tend to be lower socioeconomic brackets where perhaps they don't have the same opportunities, but to give those kids in those places the opportunities to adopt those healthier lifestyles.
Well, turning to weather now, Mitch. Not a great day out there. It was a little cooler than average, and we did see some rain as well.
Yeah, definitely not the best summer day to head outside and do anything, and there is more rain heading throughout the week. So the conditions we saw today are expected to feel a lot like, we'll see a lot more of it throughout the week. Low of 14, only making its way up to 18, so very below seasonal for this time of year. Humidex did make it feel a little bit warmer, up to 24 today, and we did see some rain. It was off and on, but when we didn't see rain, we did see a lot of clouds in the area, along with the wind picking up later in the afternoon, gusting to 28 kilometers an hour. Now, as for rain, still sticking around in the region. As you can see, heading throughout the day, that band of rain and thunderstorms, with a little bit of red making its way farther east. That system is going to push farther east throughout the day, heading into the next couple days as more systems making their way farther west, and that's going to affect part of the region tonight. Currently down in the west side of the region, temperature is still fairly cool in Red Lake and Sioux Lookout at 17. The rain just stopped about an hour ago. Chances of more rain heading into tonight, while farther northwest, the temperatures a little bit cooler, like we were saying, west. Also fairly cool at 18 with clouds, a little bit warmer in Kenora and Dryden, while farther northeast, the rain is making its way in, expecting to last throughout the night heading into tomorrow with temperatures sitting close to 20, while farther east, also expecting rain tonight, making its way down to Sault Ste. Marie as that system starts to push farther east. Now, tonight in Thunder Bay, we are getting a break from the rain. Temperatures still a little bit cooler at 15. It's going to be clear to partly cloudy skies. The wind is going to be up from the east from 15 to 35 kilometers an hour. And as for rain, we do get a break tonight, but there's more rain on the way throughout the week, and I'll have those details in just a little bit.
Well, thank you so much, Mitch. Well, due to the numerous wildfires that are across BC, many evacuation orders were given. But today, those evacuation orders have been, well, dozens of them, have been changed to alerts. And we'll have all those details for you as your Tuesday News Hour continues.
Given up, and nor should you.